Namaste everyone. In today's video, we're going to focus on Muni Patanjali's Yoga Sutra 1.46. Now, in this particular Yoga Sutra, Muni Patanjali introduces the term Sabija Samadhi. And for the first time, after hearing so much about Samapattis, we're now introduced to the word Samadhi. So let's start understanding this particular sutra and try to see what Muni Patanjali was trying to communicate. So here is the sutra itself. The sutra goes, Ta eva sabija samadhihi. Alright, so that's quite a short and compact sutra for us as compared to the earlier ones, which were much longer and much more detailed. So this one is short, and I'll just break up all the words for you now. So ta over here is referring to those or in those. And as we know, sutras are a continuation, so it's referring to the previous samapattis and all the previous concepts that we've discussed. And then moving forward, we come to eva, which means also. And then finally, the term sabija samadhi. So sabija means with a seed. In the word bij itself means a seed or a seed form, and sabij means with a seed. And samadhi, of course, is the process that we're going to be defining through this video, where we're trying to understand what it means to be at one or completely enmeshed with the object of meditation. So now that we've understood the overall surface understanding, let's go deeper and see what the sutra is trying to say. So this sutra explains to us that all the four different samapattis lead up to this sabija samadhi state. We go through the savitarka, nirvitarka, savichar and nirvichar, and then finally we start experiencing a deep sense of ananda. And also as we go after that, we experience the I sense or the I consciousness. And when we reach these deep states of meditation, we're also starting to enter the realm of Sabija Samadhi, where there is that little bit of a hint of the seed that we have in this Samadhi. And it's not completely seedless. There's a little bit of an understanding of what we're experiencing, what is happening with us. And therefore, it's still Sabija Samadhi, although it is quite deep in the meditation process. So let's understand this now through an example. So what is mostly recommended is that our object of meditation should be ideally our Ishta Devata, or something that we have faith in, that we believe in, or even a guru or a manifestation of a guru that we stand by. On the other hand, it could also be a very subtle quality. So for example, maybe we're focusing on love or kindness or compassion. And these are of course subtle forms. But when we sit to meditate, and for example, if we're meditating on kindness, the first thing that's going to happen is our mind is going to try to make sense of the word kindness. It might give us the image of a kind person that we'd met before. It might play back some memories where we had experienced kindness. And so even though it's a subtle concept, it will take root more from our past experiences. And then slowly, once we've finished thinking about our memories and we've finished thinking about our associations of the word kindness, then slowly we'll enter a more subtle space where it's just the quality. We're just focusing on what does it mean to be kind, and the thinking process stops and the experiencing or the feeling process starts. And it's in these subtle stages where we start to then slowly experience Ananda, which is a deep sense of joy. And we think that the Ananda or that bliss is coming from the object, right? So we think that either it's coming from the concept of kindness, or it's coming from the guru that we're concentrating on. But actually, as most commentators believe, that feeling of Ananda is actually coming from within ourselves and is something that we're actively cultivating through us. And then eventually we come to the stage of I consciousness or asmita, where we can feel the presence of the I or the individual sense that we have. And that is the sort of tail end of the samapatti and the internal stages of meditation. We're on the cusp or the brink of sabija samadhi, and we are starting to get super enmeshed with the object, because when you're at the brink of your I consciousness, it's like a seesaw, right? We're at the brink And once you've reached that point of the understanding of your individuality, you could very easily now go into a state of merging with something else or understanding something else fully. So it might seem like a heavy or abstract concept, and I totally get that, but that's essentially what starts happening in Sabija Samadhi. And I guess, as you can see, these concepts are so subtle that unless we experience them, unless we have felt them, it's very difficult for us to fathom them, because we're kind of like, oh, is that even possible? Does this even happen? But I think that's why going into deeper states of meditation on our own with our teachers is so important, so that we can start experiencing these concepts, and these sutras become like a guiding light or sort of like a roadmap to help us understand what is going to happen when we start going deeper within our process and practice of meditation. So this is our Sabija Samadhi, where the seed is still there, the seed understanding of the object is still present, even though we have come to the cusp of I consciousness and our understanding of who we are. And in the next couple of sutras, we're going to start seeing what comes after Sabija Samadhi and how we start going into Nirbija Samadhi, where even the seed understanding is no longer there, and it's pure experience and it's pure enmeshment with that object of concentration. So that's what we're going to look at in the next sutra. I hope this video has been helpful to help you understand Sabija Samadhi. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and leave your comments in the comments box below so we can see and hear from you. Also, please do subscribe to our channel to stay tuned with any upcoming videos, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one or in our next yoga philosophy class. So until then, take care, and we're going to see you very soon. Namaste.